Greetings, badasses. How's it going? My name is Julia. This is the fucking yoga company, Yoga for the Rest of Us. All of the benefits, none of the bullshit. I'm back at it. Things are going to be a little hit or miss for me, which is not new lately. But my dad is home, so yay. Yay. He is attached to the walker, which, I don't hate, but it limits his independence. So we're going to be working on yoga and Pilates and some strength training and calisthenics with him. So that's going to be added to the channel for grins and shits and grins. I don't know where that phrase came from. I have some leg weights for him and I have a new set of weights over here for me. I'm going to let him take my 2s and 3s for now. These big ones belong on a set downstairs. I'm going to take those back down. In fact, I need to move those before we start. All these things, all these new things mean that I'm trying to figure out what my routine is going to look like for the next 6 months. Because I think that's where it's going to land, somewhere in the 6 month to a year time frame to get him off the walker, which is fine. It's all good. Patience, patience, jackass, as he used to like to tell me when I was a kid. Let's see, what else? This is Morning Energy Yoga, and I am already marginally irritated. It's my own damn fault. I did a couple of things on the computer before I started, which is always a mistake. I actually needed to, I had to get up, I'm going to go Don't Give a Fuck today. I'm listening to Don't Give a Fuck today. Am I? No, I want to go Morning Groove. Do I have Morning Groove on here? I do. I have Morning Groove. All right, I'm going to do a Morning Groove. Am I going to do a Morning Groove O? Nope, I'm going to hit a Morning Groove E. No. G. No. D. No. J. I'll try J. Couple of things. Oh, no, I started online. And that was, I hopped on to respond. I had to call the mechanic. Take care of some things early on. And then got sucked into a commentary. I had made a comment on somebody's post yesterday about EVs and electric trucks and all the things. And I said, the bottom line is that they're not affordable. And while a lot of us are committed to we have an electric side-by-side, which we love. I love it. Kubota is coming out with an electric side-by-side. It's $30,000. It's actually beefier and bigger than the one I have. The one I have is kind of a recreational one that I'm using for the farm. The Kubota one, $27,000. I would get it in a heartbeat. Because it's bigger and wider and it does more things for the farm. And of course, we just purchased a new Ridgeline, and our kid purchased the old Ridgeline. And we would have purchased an electric. We would have gotten the Lightning or even the Silverado if we could afford it. But I'm not spending $100,000 on a vehicle. If I'm spending $100,000 on something, it's going to be on a new Quonset or a fucking garage or something. Not a car. A car should not be $100,000. And if I had $100,000 just lying around, there's a lot of things I'd spend it on, and an electric truck would not be one when we purchased our 250 for a third of that. So I'm kind of irritated with the Blythe. it's kind of a blithe commentary on, like, oh, you should just, here's what you should do. Here's what you could do. If you, it's a weird, this is why rural folks get pissed off with people who don't deal with this. And we don't even have animals yet, right? And I'm not even growing anything yet. But this is why rural folk or people who raise, animals or produce grain or grow shit or all those things get so angry and irate when people who aren't living that life just blithely give them advice about shit, because it's not the same, right? It's not the same. We don't have the same issues. We're not doing the same things. We're not facing the same, Jesus, we live 45 minutes away from the closest thing, and it's our choice. It is. And listen, if I could have paid 40 grand or 50 grand for a electric 250 3/4 ton electric truck that would do everything that we need it to do, we'd have done it, right? Preaching to the converted. But it's all about the bank. It's all about the Benjis. Anyway, so no wonder people who live on farms in rural communities get pissed off with the rest of us. Sorry, I'm all hot. It's just, I'm just tired of people, I guess. Tired of people. We're all living our own process, and it's great to say, oh, we love this, we love that. When your shortest commute is, 20 minutes away? Yeah. Anyway. Sorry, I got on my soapbox. I'm going to hop off now. Let's do some yoga. I'm kind of wearing these pants, and I'm regretting them. It's windy as hell here this morning, but it was chilly, so I put on my warm pants, and actually it's going to warm up. It's just going to be windy. That's okay. I'm going to go do some things outside in the wind later. Hey, my name is Julia. This is the fucking yoga company, Yoga for the Rest of Us. This is Morning Groove Yoga. I desperately need it because my rage is bubbling. It's simmering. It's just right here. And honestly, it's not about that. I shouldn't have even stepped into that swampy mire of conversation. That was my mistake. That was my choice. I made a poor choice. I'm not going to do it anymore. I just know better. I should just skim. I should just, drive by. Hi. Let it go. So let's do this. Comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. Staff pose. This is legs extended. I'm sitting on the edge of a blanket that is folded like a burrito. It's about an inch. Just changes the rotation of my pelvic cradle. If this is uncomfortable for you, or you're feeling real tight in your hamstrings or the tug on your low back, I want you to grab a blanket, grab a bolster, a pillow, something to tuck underneath the back of your legs so that you can take that pressure off. Or, sit a little higher. Grab another blanket and sit on 2 blankets, and that will let your legs relax a little bit. One leg out, one leg in, modified Z-sit. This is a lovely pose. You're going to get some adductor stretching. You're going to feel some external hip rotational flex. You control the strength of this stretch with the angle of the leg. So if you want a lighter stretch, you can rest that leg right up against the bottom of your foot. If you want a little stronger adductor stretch, you can lengthen that leg out and away from you. Look at my heel is far away from my pubic bone. I'm not trying to tuck that in because I have a massive calf and a massive thigh. Thunder thighs. There's no way that heel is tucking into that pubic bone. Or you can join me in pleasant seated pose. This is not crisscross applesauce. This is not fucking lotus. Again, look at how far away my heel is from my pubic bone, right? I'm not wrapping myself up like a pretzel. It is not a fucking life skill. Knees relaxed toward the mat. If your knees are real high and you're leaning backwards and you're making a squunchy face, I want you to grab a couple of pillows or a couple of blankets, whatever, and tuck them underneath your knees so that you can relax your legs toward the floor without strain, right? There are two faces in yoga. I usually do this in beginning yoga, but we're going to talk about it. There's a scrunched up face. There's a squeezy face. There's a teeth gritted face. That is an uncomfortable face. That is a pain face. That is you forcing your body to do something that it's not quite ready to do yet. That's a bad face. There's a difference when you come out of a pose. So the benefit of working with you in person is that I can help you find better alignment for your body. But 99.9% of the time, when I'm working one-on-one with clients, I'm pulling them out of a pose that they think is, it's, in their mind, the image, typically from the fucking cover of a magazine or some bullshit celebrity doing it. And when I bring you out and get you into a healthier alignment for your body, that squunchy face goes away and there's a new face that comes up and it goes, and a sound comes out with it. That's the face of change. So just be mindful that you're feeling what's going on in the body. I want you to listen to the body and the feedback it's giving you. Pulling that attention and awareness, speaking of, into the physical form, checking in with the state and quality of the physical form. How are you feeling? Before we even start practice, where are you feeling a little and a little and a little Maybe you slept wonky. Maybe you did something a little more vigorous the last couple days that plays out on your physical form. Moving that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking. What is going on with you? Obviously, I just dipped my toe in the lava pool of my rage. I'm going to pull it out. Got a lot going on. I'm trying to juggle a lot. I have a lot of balls in the air. I'm going to put them down for a little while. And I want to slide that noise off to the side and hold some silent space for this practice. Moving that attention and awareness into the state and quality of my breathing. Traditionally in yoga, we breathe into and out of our noses. If that's driving you bonkers or you're struggling with sinus issues for whatever reason, just breathe. Don't worry about the nostrils. And I want you to feel your lungs and the movement of your body. When we breathe, we move our ribs, we move our back, we move our shoulders, our collarbone, our neck. All of those things move with this action of our breath. Speaking of congestion in your sinuses, and now let's invite that breath to get a little bit longer and a little bit deeper. I want you to balance the length of inhale to match the length of exhale and work in that rhythm. This does not have to be the strongest, most powerful breath you've got, right? It's first thing in the, this is my first thing in the morning. It's not, it's my 10th thing in the morning, but you know what I'm saying? This is a light medium energy flow. So we don't have to go into that deep, powerful breath. Wherever you are, in the length and balance of that breath, we're going to exhale the fingertips down toward the mat, slowly scooping our arms up to the ceiling. And exhaling down. I want to connect the speed of the body and the movement of the body to the length and balance of the breath. Working on keeping your face relaxed. Nice strong sweep up. We're going to take lateral extension. Reach on over. I want to stretch toward the floor. Oh, yeah. Reach, 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 reach. So this is about reaching to the ceiling rather than collapsing over the waistband. I missed my cue. So tick-tock those arms down into the T, and then we're just rotating the body. Oh, there it is. Do your best to draw that knee away from the extension of the arms. I'm going to bring my arms down to the T. Much better cueing here. Oh, right there. Nice big reach on up. Let's go ahead and take a forward fold, tracing fingertips down first. Tuck the chin. I'm coming to the forearms. Knees, calves, ankles, block, which is over there, or floor. Wiggle the toes, relax the feet, unclench the teeth. Walking the hands back, nice big lovely stretch toward the ceiling. Releasing hands down to the hips, bow the chin, and take a tilt of the ear over to one side. Releasing the chin forward. Oh, take a tilt of the ear over to the other side. Releasing the chin forward. Let's trace the fingertips around the front of the body, slowly stacking cervical spine. If you are in something other than staff position, let's change the cross of the legs. Oh my goodness, my hips, my hips, my hips. Woo. All right, nice big inhale up. We're just gonna cactus arm C curve it. So back to a standard, just squeezing behind the body, exhaling, rolling forward to stretch that back. Oh. Inhaling up, exhaling back, and then continue that exhale. If you need to take an inhale, here before you exhale, and let's take our next forward fold, tracing the fingertips down, releasing to the forearms, little rock side to side. I'm taking a moment here to press into the knees. But you can go knees, calves, ankles, block, or floor. You're taking listen to your body. Wiggle the toes, relax the feet. Every time, walk your hands back. Something creeps into your attention. It's happening to me. Exhaling, releasing the hands down to the hips. My day is trying to creep into my brain, and I want to hold those things off or let them drift across the scope of my awareness, so that tilt the head to the other side so that I can be here, right, on the mat. We want to work on our mobility. And mobility is a function, right? It's the equation. A little flexibility, a little strength, a little balance equals mobility. So we want to really, that's the value of spending this time on the mat for ourselves. Release the chin forward, trace the fingertips around the front of the body, slowly stack cervical spine. It's critical. Mobility, people. It's the golden goose. It's the golden fleece. I don't even know. I can't think of one more thing that it is. We're coming to our knees. We have to focus on our mobility. We have to give ourselves that. And mobility is our function of strength is not how fast we can move or how much we can lift, but how our control, right? The control of our body weight, the control of the weights we're lifting. Take your hands side by side, knees to either sides of the fists. I'm going to grab my block and place it between my ankles. Heels of the hands move out in front of my shoulders. A full palm's length. Soften the elbows. Big inhale at center. Then exhaling, tucking the chin, taking the forearms down, scooping the belly, drawing back into the fold. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, make some fists. Inhaling forward. And tucking the chin, taking the forearms down, scooping the belly, and drawing back into the fold. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Inhaling forward, what the fuck, lean. Now I realized that I'm just blithely giving you advice. Inhaling. But I know that anyone can work through the fucking yoga. Because we're all about modification. We're all about moving within your own scope of physicality. And we can always improve our mobility. Inhaling at center, let's angry cat tuck, rock back into the heels. Now my upper back is flat. The curve of my spine comes from the tailbone to the waistband. I'm going to lean here. Take a little stretch right up the insertion points around the SI joint of the glutes. Inhaling to flat back, let Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, and come back for the lean. Little rock side to side. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Inhaling forward, what the fuck, lean. And what the fuck, lean. And again, so that angry cat tuck into a little what the fuck lean changes the way we stretch through the back. Angry cat tuck. And then I'm just going to rotate my hips to one side. And then rotate my hips to the other side. Flat back, tuck the toes. Take a stretch through the feet. Coming down to the forearms, rolling into the balls of the feet. We're just holding here for a light calf stretch. I want you to shrug the shoulders down away from the ears and hollow the chest up from the mat. Bringing those knees down. Coming up to the hands. Flatten the toes, Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly. Draw back into the fold. Little rock side to side. Wiggle the fingers. Make a fist with a thumb inside. Make a fist with a thumb outside. And come on forward. What the fuck, lean. Angry cat tuck. Rock the hips. And rock the hips. Inhaling to center. Tuck those toes. Press back into the feet. Coming on down to the forearms, rolling up into the feet. Let's tuck forward just a skosh with the, let's see, tuck, step forward. Press into the right side. Press into the left. We're going to walk up to the hands. All right, left leg straightens out. Rock and roll, bend the knee. And lengthen it up nice and high. Bring the foot down. Coming into the knees, flatten the toes, Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly. Drop back into the fold. Rock and roll. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Come on forward. What the fuck, lean. Angry cat tuck. Rock into the hip. Rock the hip. Come on forward. Tuck the toes. Press back into the feet. Come on into the forearms. Rock up. Step forward. Press into the left heel. Press into the right heel. Come up to the hands one at a time. Lengthen that right leg, lift. Bring it forward, curl around the back, and then lift it up really high. Bringing the feet down, knees down, Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back into the fold. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Inhaling forward. What the fuck, lean. What the fuck, lean. Angry cat tuck. Lean those hips. And lean the hips. Oh, I hope you're feeling the same release I am. Tuck the feet. Press back into the heels. Lower to the forearms. Rock up. Step forward. Press into the right heel. Press into the left heel. Come up to the hands one at a time. Lengthen the left leg nice and high. Curl the knee in. Scoop the belly. Lengthen that leg nice and high. All right, we're going to step it forward. So I want you to think about it. I had to move my left hand in. I'm going to sweep my leg out and around and warm it up. Now, I'm in this low lunge. You could grab a couple of blocks. My blocks are a little farther away. Soften the knee. I'm on my knuckles. And I'm pressing toward the floor. Heel, calf, knee, all in alignment vertically. So my knee is not scooching out over my toes. You're going to strain the insertions around the kneecap, quad, and hamstring if you press that knee forward. Drop the back knee down, flatten the toe. Worm the front foot forward a little bit more. Ekapada Ustrasana here. Single-legged camel variation. All right, I'm going to heel toe that foot out and around. Come into the knees. Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin. Take the forearms down, scoop the belly. Draw back into the fold. Rock and roll. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Inhaling flat back. What the fuck, lean? Oh, how's that feeling now? Little bit more release with that hip flexor stretch. Oh. Angry cat tuck. Lean a little. Lean a little. Tuck the toes, press back into the feet, come down to the forearms and roll right on up. Step up. Step up a little. Press into the other heel. Right hands come up. Right leg's gonna lift. Soften the elbows, shrug those shoulders. Scoop the belly, bring that knee up. Lift it up as high as you can get it. Big, 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 big lift. Okay, right hand's coming in. I'm stepping that right foot forward. I'm gonna heel toe it in. Soften this knee. Now you'll see I have a different angle here on my foot, and that is because I've got 2 screws still left in that ankle. I'm going to come down to the knee, flatten the toe, and move my right foot a little farther forward. So I don't have full range of motion in that ankle. Sorry, I had to think of that. Okay, come off that press. Heel toe the foot around. Whew. Shakavakasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back into the fold. But I'm going to be working on it. I've allowed myself to get even a little less. Inhaling forward of a range of motion than I normally would have, even under the best of circumstances. Or the worst of circumstances. No, that's not the worst. I can do better, is my point. Tucking into angry cat. Little lean. Little lean. See how far back I'm getting? We're getting a little more room in there. Whew. Tuck the toes. Press back. Come down to the forearms. Roll up into the feet. Step forward. Press into the other heel. Come up to the hands. Oh, you know what I've done? That's okay. Left leg lift nice and high. Bend the knee. We're going to step it forward. We're stepping it forward. A little easier on this round. Soften that knee. Coming down to the knee, tuck that toe. Worm the left foot forward just a skosh. This is also, I didn't reach for my blocks. I'm a terrible yoga instructor. You could be up on your blocks here. Just give yourself that little extra room. Lengthen the leg back, but keep the soft bend in the knee. And I just realized these pants are the same color as my mat. I used to have a purple mat. Then I dropped into this Pro. I wonder if they come in different colors now. They used to only come in black. All right, I'm going to rock forward and tuck my back toe. I'm coming up to step in. I want to go to Warrior One feet. So I've got some space laterally. And I'm actually going to have to shorten up my stance a skosh to turn my hips forward. Soften that back knee. Press into this knee. Now look how far back my knee is. And give me this nice, lovely reach forward. Warrior One. coming down to the mat. I'm going to step that foot out and back. We're going to come into our downward facing dog. So find a placement of feet. Heels are out in front of the elbows and the shoulders. Soft in the elbows. Scoop the belly. Now we're leaning back into the heels, flat, and as long in that spine as you can get. No curvature. Tuck the tailbone. We're not sagging into the shoulders here. I want you to be powered up. Stepping back, bring the knees down. Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin. Take the forearms down, scoop the belly, and come into the fold. Rock and roll. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Inhaling forward. What the fuck? Look. What the fuck? Lean. Look over that shoulder. That's what I meant to say. And lean. Angry cat tuck. I'm taking a little lean. Taking a little lean. Oh, just getting a little more out. It's right here, that stretch. Inhaling to flat back, tuck the toes. Come down to the forearms and step in. Push into a heel. Push into a heel. Come up to the hand. Come up to the other hand. Right leg's gonna lift. I'm gonna glance forward and step all the way around. Worm that foot out there. Not everything happens automatically, right? We don't all just step into the perfect position. We have to take some modifications. Soften that knee. Come down, flatten that toe. Worm the front foot a little further forward. Holding just a little longer here. Get good. That's a hip flexor stretch right there. Adductor. All right, lengthen the leg. Soft bend in that knee. Take a little bow. All right, I'm going to bring my right foot back a little bit. This was what I didn't do on the other side because I'm going to tuck my left foot. Tuck my toes. Press up and step into my warrior one foot. That's what I didn't do on the other side, and that's why I was so overextended lengthwise. Oh, I'm feeling the ankle. That's my healed ankle. I shattered it. Jennifer C., I'm looking at your foam roller. What are we going to do here? Coming on down, plant the hands, step the foot back, downward, facing dog. Did you hear that? Something just popped. Soften the knees, hollow the chest up, shrug those shoulders. I'm not hanging out here. I'm not shining my fucking heart center towards the mat. I'm pressing up and away, and I'm using the core to stretch the back. I'm going to step back and come down to the mat to Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin. Take the forearms down. Scoop the belly. Draw back. Rock and roll. Ooh, wiggle the fingers. Roll the wrists. Whew. All right, we're going to walk forward. Whew. I'm going to move my blanket and grab a drink of water. I love fucking yoga, man. Next week or two, I'm going to get the basement ready because we are going to get on the bikes. I'm going to get on the bike. I hope you're going to get on the bike. Let's go ahead and take our seat. Sorry, I had to think about what we're doing next. We're cooling down, but I have to move some stuff. I also sacrificed a couple of tennis balls to my father's walker. Oh, have I mentioned he's attached to his walker? Yeah, it's okay. He needs it for a little while, but this morning he wanted a different, more coffee. And he was getting up as I came back into the room because he didn't want to ask for help. Here's the problem. Is it a problem? Yeah, it's a problem. He didn't want to ask for help. He wanted to go get his own damn coffee. And I said, hold up, what are you doing? Take your big toes to the edge of the mat. Drop your knees over. And he said, I want to top off my coffee. And I said, okay, tell me how you're going to do that. And he said, well, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I said, okay. Do you want to take your mug, your coffee cup over to the counter? Or do you want to bring the coffee pot back to your mug, to your cup? And he said, I want to take the coffee pot over to the cup. I said, all right. What's the first step? So he got up and went over there. I said, do you want me to help you or do you think you can manage it? Because, your walker requires 2 hands. And he said, I think I can manage it. Now we have a little teeny weeny coffee pot for him, 4-cupper, so that's fine. He took it. It wasn't my ideal scenario. Bring the soles of the feet in, press them to center, and let those knees rock out. But he did manage to get that coffee pot over. I suspect we're going to drop it at some point. But I did tell him, let's get you strong and off the walker and on your cane because then you could do that, right? You'd have more mobility. And he said, oh, yeah, that's what I want. So I think, plus he's only been home since Saturday. Today's Monday in my world. So this is only day 2 of him being home, really. All right, I'm going to help these knees up, and I'm going to take my right ankle over the top of the left knee and externally rotate. Say good morning or hello to your piriformis, your glute med, your hip flexor. Ooh, those are some hip girdle muscles. Take that left arm up behind the knee and draw in. And release. Right foot's going to take the mat. Left ankle over the top. Press outward. When I shattered my ankle, I was teaching in person at the rec, right? I was teaching I was teaching, beginning yoga, vinyasa yoga, evening yoga, Vini yoga, and morning energy yoga. I was teaching 6 yoga classes a week. Unwind it. Don't unwind it. Take the right hand up. Draw that leg toward the body. I was just thinking about the recovery work that I did to get back on the mat, get back on my feet. And release. Bring those knees up. Give them a squeeze. All right, I'm going to grab a strap. If you don't have one, that's fine. Press that heel long away from the hip. And then you're moving your heel as if you're pushing a button out there. Soft in the knee. Dorsiflex the toes. Give me your stretch. This is why a strap is such a great tool. Because maybe you're out here getting a stretch on your hamstring with the soft bend in the knee. right? We all have different lengths. There's no such thing as a perfect pose. There's no such thing. And then I started teaching cycle because I couldn't run while my ankle healed, jog, switch. And so I started teaching cycle because that's what happens in my world when you start doing something. And then I started teaching calisthenics. I only teach what I 100% believe in. I want you to treat your body well. I want you to be healthy. I want you to love it. And release. We just held that a little bit longer. All right, let's take a little rock side to side. I'm going to Apanasana it. Left hand over left knee. Scooch that right heel close to the glutes and draw in. Scoop, scoop, scoop. And release. Scoop, 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 scoop. And scoop, scoop, scoop. Give me that hug of the knee up. And release. Tuck the fingertips over the knees. Draw up and in. And release. Draw up and in. And release. And draw up. Give it a hug, give it a hug, give it a hug. All right, hands into the inside of the knees and press out. Plus, returning on a loop to my rant in the beginning. Tuck those fingertips under the knees and rock up. Okay, I'm going to grab a drink of water. I want you to check in with your body temperature. If you're cold or your feet are chilled, add a pair of socks, add a sweatshirt. If I could, I wanted a Ridgeline hybrid, the new Ridgeline hybrid. The problem, the struggle, the obstacle to that is that the entire state of Colorado was only getting 15 of them. I mean, all of the dealerships in all of Colorado, right? We're only getting 15 of them. When we asked for it, the dealers laughed. Oh, because they just aren't getting the numbers that they need, right, for buyers. All right, pulling your attention and awareness into how you want to be in relaxation. Legs extended, arms at your sides, palms up is the full expression of Shavasana, right? This is deep. This is the morning groove class. It's all on you. If you want to take a deep ooey gooey, go for it. Maybe you tuck a pillow behind your knees to I'm feeling a lot of low back sacrum stuff, right? Response. You go feet on the floor, knees to the ceiling. Let those knees tent in. Arms can be wherever you'd like, as long as you can relax them up against the mat. And if you're just dating a human being fully and completely on your own autonomous will, lay on whatever side you're allowed to lay on with your body bolster, pillows, between the knees, under the head. Let your arm hang over that pillow, right? Tom, you're laying on your belly with your hands resting on your head resting on your hands. That works. You could take seated meditation. If you really want to keep your attention a little lighter, your energy a little brighter, take seated meditation, but be comfortable. Pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your forehead. I want you to notice pulling your attention and awareness into the state and quality of your forehead. I want you to notice all the tiny little muscles and nerve endings that are hanging out right there on around your face and your eyes. Moving through the cheeks, unclench the teeth, let the tongue relax away from the roof of the mouth. Giving me a little shake of the head, no. Shrug the shoulders, wiggle the fingers, maybe give me a little shake of the arms, and then release the upper body towards the mat. Pulling the attention and awareness through the shoulders, down into the base of the neck, or over to the base of the neck. Follow the spine between the shoulder blades, down into the hips. Tilt the tailbone up and then release the hips toward the mat. Pulling that attention and awareness through the legs. Give me a little length of leg. Tense that sucker up. And then wiggle it. And then let it release toward the floor. Give me the other leg. Lift. Wiggle the toes. Roll the ankles. And then let that leg take a rest against the mat. Moving that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking. I want you to slide anything that might be clinging to your awareness off to the side. Holding that silence, maintaining, right, our nice, clear, open field of thought. And anchor that silence into the breath. Soft, easy inhale, soft, silent exhale. Drawing some deeper breaths into the lungs. Nice big inhale, big sign exhale. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, wiggle the toes, roll the ankles, take a stretch out, and then reach on up to that lovely wine glass shape that is my favorite. Bring the knee up. in one hand, bring the other knee up. Take a little rock, side to side. I'm gonna rock all the way over to one side. And then work that upper body off the mat first. Coming back to center. Take a little rock side to side. I want you to find comfortable seated position. It might not be, the position we started out with. Taking a scan of the body and checking in state and quality of the physical form on this side of the practice. Moving that attention and awareness into the breath, and notice how that rhythm, that natural, intuitive action of breath feels. And now, moving that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking, check in. We can start to prioritize what items do you need to tackle today. Just think of the things, only the things. There's no way it's 20 things long. Pick the first 3 and plan that action, right, toward those goals. And then once you've completed those 3, pick the next 3 and plan that action, right? Just work through the day. We're not going to get it all done. We're just not. And so give yourself a fighting chance to be productive, right? Focus on the things that you can change, on the actions that you can take, and let all of the other things go. We're going to blink our eyes open. Releasing practice. I'm going to take a big stretch up again. Honoring your body for doing what you asked it to do today and all the hard work it does to get you from one end of the week to the other. Acknowledging that sometimes we're cruising along and we're getting, right? We're chugging and completion and action and productivity. And then sometimes, right, we're slogging. Sometimes we're going through the long grass and the bog. I mean, that's how our lives work. And all of those things are equal in honor and measure. Grace and kindness, motherfuckers, it starts with us. We offer it to other people, and always, the bottom line is, mind you, right? Mind ya. Gotta just I just don't even have the words. Ciao.